Okay, I'm sorry. Apologies. I was on mute. A very good morning and a very happy Sunday to all the viewers here who are logged on at 11 o'clock this morning. Sunday Life Reflection Series is all about bringing some new knowledge your way. कुछ नया आप लोग के लिए लाते हैं हम, जिससे आप कुछ लेकर वापस जाएं। मॉर्निंग में हम करते हैं लाइफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन सीरीज, जहां हमारा 1-to-1 डिस्कोर्स है एंड वहां हम बुक्स क्यूरेट करते हैं, मेडिटेशन करते हैं एंड बहुत कुछ सीखते हैं थ्रू ब्यूटीफुल कोचेस, ऑथर्स, मेंटर्स एंड राइटर्स। इवनिंग में हम करते हैं हिंदी में सीरीज, मॉर्निंग में कम्प्लीटली इंग्लिश है, हिंदी में कम्प्लीटली हिंदी है। वहां पर हम आजकल पढ़ रहे हैं द वेरी ब्यूटीफुल बुक ऑफ लुइस हे ऑन हाउ टू हील योर लाइफ। हमने इस जर्नी में 4 किताबें संजोई हैं, सो आजकल हम ये पढ़ रहे हैं। पहले हमने शुरुआत करी मैजिक किताब से, पावर किताब से, फिर हम मैजिक के ऊपर आए। अब हम यू कैन हील योर लाइफ कर रहे हैं और इसके बाद हम हिंदी में करेंगे मिरर वर्क। सुबह हम 8 किताबें पढ़ रहे हैं। सो लाइफ इज ब्यूटीफुल, लॉट्स ऑफ लर्निंग, लॉट्स ऑफ टेक अवेज। संडे क्यूरेट किया है हमने जस्ट स्पेसिफिकली फॉर पीपल जो जानना चाहते हैं कि they keep telling me कि मैम आपने इतना कुछ किया है। So it's not about me, it's about my gurus, my mentors, my coaches, my guides, जो जिन्होंने भी जो कुछ सिखाया है अभी तक। आज आपके सामने आएंगे नित्य शांति। नित्य शांति अभी ऑनलाइन पिलग्रिमेज टूर पे हैं विद हिज डिसाइपल्स एंड वहाँ ऑनलाइन सेशन थोड़ा लेट खुला था, सो ही इज अ लिटिल लेट एंड नित्य ने मुझे बोला है दैट आई शुड डू सम मेडिटेशन विद यू ऑल। तो हम सब मूड में आ जाएं, हम सेंटर हो जाएं, बैलेंस्ड हो जाएं। सो लेट्स डू सम मेडिटेशन। नित्य आएंगे करीबन 11:15 बजे एंड तब हम टेक फॉरवर्ड करेंगे विद हिम एंड आई इंट्रोड्यूस नित्य टू ऑल ऑफ यू। तब तक if anybody has any sharings, you can please share with us कि आप क्या सोच रहे हैं। You've raised your hand, Jagriti Agrawal Sharma. Sanjay sir, please have Jagriti on unmute. She wants to share something with us. And a very good morning to all of you people who are logged on for your happy mornings and everything. All the wishes. जी, बताएं Jagriti.
Hi ma'am, good morning.
Good morning.
मैम सुबह सुबह जो एप्रिसिएशन वाला गेम आपने सेंड किया था,
जी
हाँ हाँ, वो मैंने पढ़ा और पढ़ने के 5 मिनट बाद वो हो भी गया। सुबह सुबह मेरे हस्बैंड ने मैंने वो 2-3 बार पढ़ा, तो मैंने कहा सेल्फ एप्रिसिएशन तो मैं वैसे भी बहुत ज्यादा देती हूँ क्योंकि मैं खुद से बहुत प्यार करती हूँ। अभी ये हस्बैंड वाला मैं खेल सकती हूँ, लेट्स सी कि क्या होता है। तो मेरा आज अभी मॉर्निंग शो है, मैं जस्ट जाने वाली हूँ फॉर पूल पार्टी। तो मैं सुबह सुबह खाना बनाकर जाती हूँ पतिदेव एंड बच्चों के लिए। सो मैं खाना बना रही थी, नाश्ता बन गया था एंड सब्जी काटी थी। तो देन मेरे हस्बैंड आए एंड उन्होंने मेरे किचन में हेल्प करनी सडनली शुरू कर दी। मैंने कहा ये क्या है? तो बोला मैं आपकी हेल्प कर देता हूँ, आपकी नेल पेंट खराब हो जाएगी। एंड आई वाज रियली, मैंने यही बोला था कि थैंक यू हस्बैंड, आप कितनी हेल्प करते हो मेरी। एंड देन नाश्ता करने के बाद एंड देन नाश्ता करने के बाद उन्होंने इतने अच्छे से मुझे कॉम्प्लीमेंट दिया, वाओ व्हाट अ डिलीशियस ब्रेकफास्ट। तो मैं खुश हो गई।
Thanks to Rajan sir. Thank you. It's not thanks to me, it's thanks to Rajan sir. He's again one of the people who've added the mirror work in my life and a lot of value to my life of Peakset programming also. So he's the one who shared this and I've just merely shared this with all of you. So thank you for liking the game. I'll take it to Rajan sir and thank you so much for your always, as always, for your gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Lovely. And for the others to know, Nitya Shanti is a little on English. वो ज़्यादा English में बात करते हैं. So आज का session हो सकता है ज़्यादा हिंदी में, English में हो. Obviously मेरे सारे sessions हिंदी में रहते हैं. But Sunday morning को जो session हम करते हैं, it's more about English और हिंदी. Depending हमारे facilitator कौन है, coach कौन है, कौन हमारे समक्ष आ रहे हैं. So अगर आप सबकी इजाजत हो तो क्या हम मेडिटेशन करें या हम बातचीत करें? अब 11:05 हो रहे हैं. Let's have some nice meditation नित्य शांति के आने से पहले, so that हम गेट अप हो जाएं, सेंटर्ड हो जाएं, बैलेंस हो जाएं. If that's comfortable, आप चैट बॉक्स यूज करके मुझे बता दें, so that we can take this meditation forward. Please let me know. आपके कमेंट्स के ऊपर we will take the morning forward. I'm waiting for your comments कि आप क्या बोलना चाह रहे हैं about this Sunday. Is it okay to meditate a bit? Okay, so you're okay with meditation. Neha is also okay. Wonderful. So great. Lots of okays. Thank you so much. Let's start the meditation. So let's all close our eyes. अपनी आंखें बंद कर लें. अपनी कमर सीधी कर लें. Your back straight. योर फीट फर्मली ऑन द ग्राउंड, पाँव सीधा जमीन पर या आलती पालती चौकड़ी मारकर, जैसे भी आप कंफर्टेबल फील करें, लेकिन बैक आपकी स्ट्रेट होगी। आंखें बंद। हम 3 बार सांस लेंगे, गहरी लंबी सांस लेंगे। सांस जब हम लेते हैं तो हमारा पेट बाहर आता है, बलून की तरह, गुब्बारे की तरह फूलता है। जो लोग मेडिटेशन पहली बार आए हैं, आप अपना हाथ अपने नाभि पे, बटन बेली पे, बेली बटन पे रख सकते हैं। जब हम अंदर सांस लेंगे तो आपका पेट फूलेगा, जब हम रिलीज करेंगे तो आपका पेट अंदर पिचकेगा, यू गेट कंप्रेस्ड इनसाइड। एक गहरी लंबी सांस लें, 5 काउंट तक सांस लें, 5 काउंट तक होल्ड करें और 10 काउंट पर रिलीज करें। एक बार और गहरी लंबी सांस लें, होल्ड एंड रिलीज। आखिरी बार गहरी लंबी सांस लें, होल्ड एंड रिलीज। आज एक बहुत जादुई दिन है। हम सब मिले हैं नित्य शांति से मिलने के लिए, जो हमको बताएंगे कि हम अपने आप की जिंदगी कैसे सरलता से जी सकते हैं। लाइफ वाकई में सरल है। लोग कुछ भी बोलें, लाइफ मुश्किल नहीं है। और जो मैजिक की दुनिया से आ रहे हैं, पावर की दुनिया से आ रहे हैं, किताबें पढ़ के आ रहे हैं, उनको पता है कृतज्ञता एकमात्र माध्यम है लाइफ में अबंडेंस, प्रचुरता लाने के लिए। हम सब प्रचुर हैं, अबंडेंट हैं। हम अपनी लाइफ के निर्माता हैं, ऑथर्स हैं, क्रिएटर्स हैं। हम जो चाहे वो पा सकते हैं, बस सोचने भर की देर है। लाइफ बहुत ब्यूटीफुल है। आज हम एक फॉरेस्ट से जा रहे हैं, एक जंगल से गुजर रहे हैं। पतली पगडंडी है हमारे सामने, हम एक साथ चले जा रहे हैं। चिड़िया चहचहा रही है, पत्ते हिल रहे हैं हवा के झोंके से, हरियाली ही हरियाली है। कुछ जानवर हैं जमीन पर, छोटे छोटे कीड़े मकोड़े भी हैं। हम ध्यान से पांव रख के चल रहे हैं। कितना आनंद आ रहा है। हमारी बॉडी में 7 चक्र होते हैं। इंद्रधनुष के भी 7 रंग होते हैं। हर चक्र में एक रंग होता है। और आइए हम अपने जंगल की सैर से एक एक रंग उठा के अपने चक्र में डालें, क्योंकि हमारी बॉडी कंप्लीट है, एक टक है, सुंदर है, होल है, कंप्लीट है। चलते चलते हमको एक ऑर्किड दिख गया, बहुत सुंदर, उसमें वायलेट कलर्स हैं। हमने वायलेट कलर लेके अपने क्राउन चक्र में, सर के चक्र में डाला, एनर्जाइज किया। आगे चल के हमें बहुत सुंदर मोर का जोड़ा मिला, मोर और मोरनी का जोड़ा। वो कलर्स हमने लिए, बुलाए, इनवाइट करे, फील कर रहे हैं। कलर्स खिंच के चले आ रहे हैं, हमारे अंदर भर रहे हैं। इंडिगो हमारे माथे पे आया है, अजना चक्र में आया है, शिव जी के तीसरा जहाँ नेत्र होता है, हमारे तीसरे नेत्र में आया है। ब्लू हमारे कंठ में आया है, थ्रोट चक्र में आया है, जहां से हम बात करते हैं। मोर हिल रहे हैं, डांस कर रहे हैं, बारिश हो रही है और हम आगे चले जा रहे हैं। हरियाली के हरा, इतना सुंदर हरा, हल्के रंग का हरा, इसको हम इनवाइट करते हैं अपने हार्ट चक्र में. लेट्स इनवाइट द ग्रीन इन आवर हार्ट. हमारा हार्ट ग्रो कर रहा है. हाथ पे अपना हाथ रखें, हाथ पे अपना हाथ रखें, दिल पे अपना हाथ रखें और बीट को फील करें. Our hearts are beating. हर दिन हम इनको नॉलेज देते हैं, प्यार देते हैं और हम ग्रो करते हैं. इससे नीचे आएंगे, हमारे बॉडी में चक्र होता है, मणिपुरा चक्र, द सिटी ऑफ जॉय, जहाँ से हम बहुत कुछ सीखते हैं. अंदर जिज्ञासा होती है सीखने की, कुछ काम करने की. इंग्लिश में कहावत है, there's fire in the belly. हम येलो कलर इनवाइट करते हैं. सूरजमुखी जो सामने दिख रहा है हमें, उसका येलो इनवाइट कर रहे हैं अपने सिटी ऑफ जॉय में, अपने मणिपुरा चक्र में. ऑरेंज और रेड एक और फूल में दिखा, बहुत सुंदर फूल है. इनको हम अपने लोअर बॉडी चक्रास में इनवाइट करते हैं. हम इंसान कंप्लीट है अंदर से. ब्रह्मांड पे सतरंग है, हमारे अंदर भी सतरंगी है, चक्र में है और पूरे बॉडी में है. लाइफ बहुत सुंदर है, कंप्लीट है, and we are living the life of our dreams by finding our life's purpose, by growing, by learning every single day. Because life is a second name of reflections and growth and knowledge. We are complete, whole, and yet individual. जंगल से बाहर निकलने का वक्त आ गया है. खुला नीला आसमान है, सूरज चमक रहा है, तारे भी थोड़े चमक रहे हैं कि संध्या हो चुकी है. हल्का हल्का चांद भी आ चुका है. क्या समा है. सूरज डूब रहा है, चांद उग रहा है, तारे टिमटिमा रहे हैं और हम नीचे खड़े इस सुंदर दृश्य को देख रहे हैं. आइए बहुत ध्यान से अपने हाथ जोड़ें, आंखें बंद करते हुए, और धरती माता की तरफ देखें बंद आंखों से और उनका धन्यवाद करें. थैंक यू मदर अर्थ, हमारी ग्रोथ ग्रो होने के लिए. हम कंप्लीट हैं, हमारे चक्रास अलाइंड हैं. जितना हम सीखते हैं हम उतना ग्राउंडेड हो रहे हैं, हम्बल हो रहे हैं, कंपैशनेट हो रहे हैं, काइंड हो रहे हैं और हमारे अंदर लव और ज्यादा आ रहा है, प्यार बहुत ज्यादा आ रहा है. हमारे संबंध सुंदर हो रहे हैं, हमारे बैंक बैलेंसेस बेटर हो रहे हैं, हम कंप्लीट पर्सन हो रहे हैं. थैंक यू मदर अर्थ फॉर अलाउइंग आवर रूट्स टू ग्रो इन यू डे बाय डे, minute by minute and second by second. We are ever so grateful. Let's look up. आंखें अभी भी बंद. अपनी आंखों के लेवल पे आप अपनी जिंदगी को धन्यवाद दें. Dear जिंदगी, dear life, thank you for empowering us. आपने जो भी सिखाया हमने सीखा. हम गिरे तो आगे उठे. गिरने से ही उठते हैं हम. जो हमने सीखा है वो कई अपनी गलतियों से भी सीखा है, कई बड़ों की वजह से भी सीखा है. Thank you for all the learnings, for all the obstacles, for all the knowledge. We are who we are because of our life lessons, our life experiences. Thank you, dear life. कल के लिए, आज के लिए और जो सुनहरा कल जिसको हम बुनेंगे उसके लिए. Thank you, thank you, thank you. सर ऊपर करें, ब्रह्मांड की तरफ देखें, यूनिवर्स की तरफ देखें. अपने हाथ अबंडेंट पोज में फैलाएं, बाहें फैलाएं. Thank you, dear universe, for having our back. लाइफ वो है जो हम देते हैं. लाइफ रिस्पॉन्ड कर रही है हमारी फीलिंग्स को, हमारे इमोशंस को. थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू. अब से हम अच्छा सोचेंगे, अच्छा करेंगे हमें पता है वो ही आएगा. Thank you, Cosmos, divine bodies, angels and guardians, for guiding us, for being with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. अपने हाथ एक नमस्ते पोजीशन बनाएं और अपने पाम्स को एनर्जाइज करें. रगड़ें आपस में, हथेलियों को रगड़ें. एनर्जी फील करें, गर्माहट फील करें. जब गर्माहट आ जाए तो अपनी आंखों को सेक करें. थैंक यू डियर आईज फॉर गिविंग मी द विजन. अंदर से दिखाने के लिए, अंदर की आंखों से और बाहर से. आई एम ट्रूली ब्लेस्ड. अपने सर को छुएं. थैंक यू डियर ब्रेन, नया सीखने के लिए, जो अच्छा नहीं है उसको भूलने के लिए. For restructuring, rewiring, reprogramming, unlearning and learning. Dear ears, for all the music and the sounds we hear, for all the knowledge we hear through you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To our mouth, for being the mouth organ. हम बात कर सकते हैं, यहाँ digest भी करते हैं. So thank you dear mouth, thank you dear teeth. To our nose, for the sensory skills. To our skin, for the touch of feel. अपनी पांचों इंद्रियों को धन्यवाद करें. All your five senses. अपने गर्दन को सेक करें, एनर्जाइज करें. थैंक यू डियर नेक, आपने मेरे सर को संभाला हुआ है. थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू. अपने ईसोफेगस को, खाने की नली को छूते हुए धन्यवाद कहें. आपके लिए पानी और खाना लेकर जाती है. अपने कंधों को, अपने हाथों को ऊपर नीचे, हथेलियों को, उंगलियों को और नाखूनों को. थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू. अपनी अपर बैक को, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड को, रीढ़ की हड्डी को, लोअर बैक को, निचले भाग को, अपने हिप्स को. थैंक यू, हमको सीधा चलाने के लिए, सीधा रखने के लिए. अपने लंग्स को, जो इतने अच्छे से ब्रीथ करते हैं, ऑक्सीजन का उच्चारण करते हैं, अंदर बाहर निकालते हैं कि हम सांस ले पाए. अपने हार्ट के ऊपर हाथ रखें एंड धड़कन को सुने अपने हाथों से, अंदर से. हमारा हार्ट इतना अनकंडीशनल गिवर है. हम दुनिया में तो जब आए तब आए, हमारे हार्ट का जन्म हमसे 9 महीने पहले हमारी माँ की कोख में हुआ था. डियर हार्ट, थैंक यू. हम विश्राम करते हैं, रात में सोते हैं, लेकिन आप हमेशा जगते रहते हो, हमेशा धड़कते रहते हो. थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू. अपने लिवर को टच करें, स्टमक को, बड़ी और छोटी इंटेस्टाइन्स को, लॉन्ग आंतड़ियों को, एक्सक्रीटरी सिस्टम को. थैंक यू, थैंक यू, थैंक यू. अपने थाइस को, अपर एंड लोअर, अपने नीज को, अपने काफ्स को, फ्रंट एंड बैक, एंकल्स को, फीट को, फिंगर्स को, टोनेल्स एंड फिंगर्स को. थैंक यू डियर बॉडी, for the circulatory system, for the muscles, to the bones, to the blood system. We are truly grateful for the gift of health. Thank you, thank you, thank you. और अब बहुत धीरे से अपनी आंखें खोलें और सामने सबको स्माइल करता हुआ पाएं और इन मित्र के इंतजार में 2 पल से बातें करें. Thank you for joining for this group meditation and centering ourselves, balancing ourselves, and feeling a little more energized. And the minute I said energized, I see my guru. I see Nitya in front of me. So Nitya, welcome to Sunday Life Reflection Series by Born 121 for Life. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you for
You
having
mean so much to my life that I don't have words. Thank you for joining. I hope your pilgrimage tour was good virtually.
It was, let's just make sure the sound is on properly. 1 second. Yeah, there we go.
You're absolutely great. I can hear you very, very clearly.
Yeah, we had a lovely group from Japan and Thailand and India and Australia, and we went to the place where the Buddha was born, and we went to the place where he got enlightened. Yeah, so I'm just coming from there. So, and lovely to come to your session full of gratitude and gratitude for every part of the body. So it's just perfect match. It's just meant to be. So happy to be here with all of you. Beautiful.
Thank you. I was meant to come with you to Bodh Gaya 10 years ago for that curated, but children were really young, so I couldn't make it. We're hoping to come one day.
Definitely.
So आप सबको नित्य से मिलाना चाहती हूँ. The reason why I am who I am. So in 2008, there was a reason. नित्य के बारे में बताती हूँ पहले. ये एक MBA हैं and ये corporate world में काम करते थे. But इनमें बहुत जिज्ञासा थी. He wanted to learn something, a quench for enlightenment, a thirst for enlightenment. इन्होंने बहुत किताबें पढ़ी, loads of books he read. Finally, he felt that his calling is to find more. And he joined this beautiful Sangha in Thailand, जहाँ नित्य ने ordain किया as a monk. ये monk थे और 6 साल तक ये monk थे. ये जंगल में रहते थे और जिनको monk नहीं पता, जैसे बुद्ध के होते हैं monks, वैसे थे ये. And अब भिक्षु थे. And इन्होंने अपने रिट्रीट से, अपनी टॉक से, कितनी सारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में, पूरे ऑडियंस वर्ल्ड वाइड में मैजिक ऐड किया है अबाउट लाइफ. इनको जब कॉलिंग आई कि इनको एक्चुअली बताया गया कि अब आपका टाइम है टू गो बैक टू द वर्ल्ड एंड स्प्रेड द गुडनेस. तो ये आए और इनका जो ज्वाइन करना हुआ नॉर्मल वर्ल्ड में वापस, वो मेरी जर्नी के साथ कोइंसाइड किया. कैसे मैं इनसे मिली. रुचिका राठी इज अ फ्रेंड हु इंट्रोड्यूस्ड मी टू नित्य शांति इन 2008 एंड तभी ये आए थे वापस इन दिस वर्ल्ड ऑफ स्प्रेडिंग गुडनेस. उस साल मुझे कैंसर हो गया. आई वाज 30 इयर्स ओल्ड. मेरी बिटिया छोटी वाली 1.5 साल की थी. एंड आई डोंट नो व्हाई नित्य से कुछ महीने हो चुके थे मिले हुए. एंड इनके सेशंस हम उस समय तो ऑनलाइन का भी नहीं था. इनसे मिलते थे, सेशन में जाते थे एंड दैट्स हाउ वी वर. वी नॉट इवन ऑन, आई थिंक फेसबुक शुरू ही हुआ था शायद. एंड आई डोंट नो नित्य थे भी कि नहीं, उस पर मुझे याद नहीं. I don't know how इनसे कनेक्ट किया. स्काइप पे कनेक्ट किया बिकॉज नहीं कनेक्ट कर पाते थे वैसे. नित्य ने बोला, उनको जब पहली बार कैंसर का मालूम पड़ा, आई टोल्ड नित्य कि यू नो दिस इज हाउ आई वांट टू, मतलब ऐसे ऐसे हुआ है. इन्होंने मुझे एक किताब से मिलाया, सीक्रेट बाय रोंडा बॉर्न. ये किताब भी साल भर पहले ही आई थी एंड इन्होंने बोला पहले पढ़ लो फिर बात करते हैं. एंड समहाउ इन्होंने ये भी बताया कि नेगेटिविटी से नेगेटिविटी बढ़ती है, पॉजिटिविटी से पॉजिटिविटी बढ़ती है और कैंसर होता है रिजेंटमेंट से. एंड वन थिंग लेड टू अनदर एंड आई बिकेम अ डीपर स्टूडेंट ऑफ नित्य. मैं आज जो हूँ नित्य की वजह से हूँ बिकॉज मैं 30 साल की थी जब ये मुझे मिले और आज मैं 42 इयर्स की हूँ. तो मेरा एक्चुअली जो मेरे उम्र है प्रॉब्ली 12 साल की है स्पिरिचुअल वर्ल्ड में. So thank you, Nitya, for being the pillar, for being my foundation, for being here this morning with all of us. Truly a privilege and a pleasure to have you. And नित्य के बारे में मैं बताऊं, जब इन्होंने अपनी पढ़ाई करी और मास्टर्स कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में किया था, नया मंक बने और वापस अब आए और इतना हम सब में हैप्पीनेस जॉय शॉप्स कर रहे हैं. अभी भी इनका अवेक प्रोग्राम चल रहा है. आजकल इनकी एक सीरीज है जहां एक नए गेम्स इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं हमको. And those games are so beautiful. They make you touch back with life and you enjoy so much about it. नित्य बहुत प्रैक्टिकल टीचर है, एवरीडे लैंग्वेज में बात करते हैं. ही इज यंग एट हार्ट एंड इनके जो कई एपिसोड्स हैं जो इनके चैनल पे हैं, which is also on Facebook, you will see that you will fall in love with him just the way I have fallen in love with him. For me, I'm a Nitya Mitra. I think he's my guru, he's my mentor, he's the reason why I think I am who I am. So once again, Nitya, over to you now. And thank you for taking our time on this beautiful Sunday. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I love your enthusiasm. And I think that's a big part of why so many people have joined the call today, because they connect with your energy and your enthusiasm. And that's ultimately what it is. You know, let's follow our heart. Let's do what we love. Let's apply it in our life and let's share the goodness. You know, it's a nice way to summarize all of this is.
Thank you. Ravi.
Go ahead.
Yeah, 1 second. So Ravi, sir, आप please आइए sir, मुझे आप spotlight से off कर दें. I want Nitya Shanti only on the screen as he takes us through a journey from getting. Just let's see it. Over to Nitya.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Prachi. I want to start actually with a lovely sound, but for that I have to switch my earphone on because the earphones are noise cancelling earphones. So give me 1 second.
Sure.
So, off. Let's try.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
So they're the powerful teaching from the Sufi tradition. And they say that the whole universe as, let me just check, I'm having some issue with my, yeah, we're back. The Sufis say that the whole universe has been created in this moment. The whole universe has been created in this moment, including your memories of the past and your plans for the future. What a powerful teaching. And how can you say it's not true? This is the kind of teaching you can't argue with it. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But what a powerful concept that you look at this world, like right now, the whole universe with all your thoughts of past and future have been created right now. This is, in a way, when a child is born into the world, everything is completely new and fresh. One of my teachers used to say, you people like going to hotels, 5-star hotels. But do you know that you were born into a 1-billion-star hotel? Like Prachi, behind her, there are billions of stars in her background image. So this world is a 1-billion-star hotel. When you came here, and a normal hotel, you got to carry your own bags, your own clothes at the least. But in this hotel, you come naked. You don't know anybody. You don't know the language. And yet you're taken care of. It's a 1-billion-star hotel. Most hotels you go to, the ceiling doesn't change. But you step outside, the roof of this hotel keeps changing. Different clouds, different trees, different weather systems all the time. So if you start looking at this world as such a magical place, it becomes like that. So one of the most important things I want to share with you today is Yatha Drishti Tatha Shrishti. Yatha Drishti Tatha Shrishti. जैसे देखेंगे वैसे पाएंगे. हम अपनी दृष्टि बदलते हैं तो पूरी सृष्टि बदल जाती है. I was once traveling from Rishikesh to Delhi, and with me were 3 people from Japan. 3 जापानी लोग थे. तो मैंने उनसे पूछा, जरा बताइए जापान में आप लोग क्या बिलीव करते हैं? What is your philosophy? वैसे बहुत सारी चीजें हैं, many things we believe, but there's one very powerful thing. What is that thing? तो जापान में एक शब्द है arigato. Arigato मतलब thank you. Arigato godaimasu, सुना होगा. कहते हैं domo arigato. तो उनका बिलीफ है, अगर आप if you say arigato 1 million times, अगर आप 1 million time thank you बोलेंगे, तो पूरा ब्रह्मांड बदल जाएगा. The whole universe will change. My saying thank you will change the whole universe. How is that possible? मेरे thank you बोलने तो ब्रह्मांड कैसे बदल जाएगा? वो मुस्कुरा, कुछ कहा नहीं उन्होंने. मैंने सोचा क्या ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? And I thought about it. जैसे कि अभी प्राची ने हमें बोला, thank you for the shoulders, thank you for the hand, thank you for the bone, thank you for the fingers. And you're feeling different, isn't it? By just saying thank you to these things that we just take our lungs for granted. We take our kidneys for granted. We take our liver for granted, our legs for granted. In fact, we end up focusing on the one thing in our life that's not working. And we neglect the 99% of our life that is working. Isn't that true? Like, when was the last time you said thank you to your eyes? But if something happened to your eyes and you came back to this current level of seeing, you'd be so grateful. Like my mother right now is having trouble. She's growing older, so she has some problem with her teeth. So every month she has to go to the dentist. Now, maybe you and I, we don't even think about chewing, because what you're chewing is normal. You just eat, right? So we take it for granted, but we don't notice, oh, my teeth are working well. It's something to be thankful for. Simple act of just chewing something, even chewing something hard, I can chew it, not a problem. So the Japanese say, if you say thank you 1 million times, the universe is transformed forever. So what they mean is, the universe is a reflection of your way of thinking. We think, school we are taught universe means एक पृथ्वी है, फिर solar system है, फिर galaxy है, and that's the universe. But actually, that's another idea. The real universe is what you're seeing and hearing and smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking. That's actually the real universe for you. Every other universe is a concept. Like when some of us were young, we had 9 planets. Pluto was considered a planet. Then later on, they said, no, Pluto is too small to be a planet. So Pluto is no longer a planet. So whatever you're believing about the universe tomorrow, it may not be true anymore. So this is just a concept. Like, for example, recently I found out, just like the Earth has an atmosphere that protects us from cosmic radiation. If the atmosphere of the Earth is removed, we will all be in big trouble. Did you know our entire solar system has an atmosphere? And that protects us from the radiation coming from the galaxy. So just like your skin protects you, and just like your home protects you, and just like the atmosphere of the Earth protects you, there's an atmosphere around the entire solar system which is protecting you. And without that atmosphere, you and I would not be alive. How fascinating. There are so many things to be grateful for. So in Japan, they say, if you say gratitude all the time, arigato, 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 thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, all the time. If you say thank you a million times, the universe gets transformed. Why does it get transformed? Because your way of looking at the universe gets transformed. The universe actually doesn't get transformed. The universe is fine. Your way of looking at it. Yatha drishti tatha shrishti. We just before this call, I was taking people to Bodh Gaya. So we had a person live with a camera and he was showing us the Bodhi tree and other places. After the Buddha got enlightened, he meditated there for 7 more days. And then he walked from there to a small hillock. There was a small hill. He walked there. And he looked at the tree under which he got enlightened with eyes of gratitude for 1 full week. So powerful. For 1 full week, he was grateful to that tree, you supported me. Because in the Buddha's case, this knowledge came from inside of him. Nobody else taught this to him. So he did not have a teacher to thank. He said, I will thank this tree. What gratitude. When have we looked at someone or something for 1 full week and been thankful? The power of gratitude. So when you see the world with gratitude, you only see beautiful things. Right now, if I'm thankful for this call, I'm going to have a beautiful call. If I'm judging this call, I'm not going to have a beautiful call. Everything I hear, if I'm thankful, it's a beautiful thing. If I'm judging, it's not such a nice thing. So same with what I see and smell and hear and taste and touch and think. If I can be grateful for every thought, I'm in heaven. There was a Sufi master and he made a prayer. God, what can I give you? I don't know what to give you. Anything I give you, you only made. If I give you flowers, you made the flowers. If I make a little prayer place for you, you only made those stones and rocks and everything. I don't know what to give you. I'm very confused. Do I have anything to give you? So after praying for a long time, the answer came. God actually spoke to him and said, son, you're right. What are you going to give me? I've made everything. I've made you only. What are you going to give me? So, but there is something you can give me. He says, really, something I can give you? What is that? I'm very happy to give it to you. So God says, where I am, there's no confusion. Where I am, there's no jealousy. Where I am, there's no resentment. Where I am, there's no sadness. So Sufi says, I have a lot of those things. So God says, please give. Oh, I'm so happy to give you. So the next day, whenever he feels sad, he said, oh, God is so blissful. Once in a while, God wants a change. God, please take my sadness. God has everything. God can never feel jealous. God once in a while wants a break from being so contented. God, please share my jealousy. Please share my sadness. I love that teaching. That even the unpleasant aspects of his life, what we normally consider to be not spiritual parts of his life, he said, God wants to experience this. And so he's grateful for even that. He's thankful for even that. So gratitude for all aspects of my life. One of my favorite stories is this man hears about a great saint. This saint can solve all your problems. So obviously he wants to go. So he goes. There's a long line and the saint is sitting under a tree. And one by one, people are going to the saint and they're sharing the troubles. So when his turn comes, he starts talking. The saint says, no, don't talk. Take this handkerchief. Write your troubles on the handkerchief. And once you've written it, behind me, there's a tree. Go and tie the handkerchief on any part of the tree. And then open other handkerchiefs and find someone who has got a lesser trouble than yours and bring that handkerchief to me. He says, all right. So he writes his trouble, whatever his problem is. He goes and ties it on a branch.
And then he starts opening other people's handkerchiefs. My child died. Oh, I don't want the child to die. My house burned down. No, house should not burn down. I lost all my hair. No, I don't want to lose all my hair. And so like this, he goes around opening handkerchief after handkerchief. And very soon he realizes, oh my goodness, people have much harder time than I have. I think my problems are fine. I don't think I want anybody else's problems. So he goes and he touches the saint's feet and says, thank you so much. I've learned my lesson. I don't want to exchange my problems with anybody else's problems. My problems are just fine. So he became grateful even for his challenges. So triple gratitude. If we can practice this triple gratitude, like someone in the comments just said, that is heaven right there. What's the triple gratitude? First one is very simple. Grateful for what you have. Grateful for what you have. Even here, people do conjusi, right? So if I ask them, tell me 20 things you're grateful for. Most people get stuck at 5. They'll say, family is good, job is good, health is good, home is good. Then they don't know what to say. Okay, maybe food is good. And they don't know how to go beyond that. So people struggle, most people struggle to go beyond 5 or 10 things they're grateful for. But think about it. You have electricity in your home. You have 2 legs to walk on. In your body itself, there are countless parts. Then there are so many people who are supporting you. Then from childhood till now, how many teachers you've had, how many guides you've had, how many people have helped you become who you are, right? So you start thinking about it. Right now, somewhere, there is a person, there's a policeman who's preventing people from coming and raiding your home. Right now, somewhere, there's a soldier who's keeping your borders safe. If you think about it, there are countless people to be grateful for, countless things to be grateful for. Like I said, the atmosphere around the solar system. When were you grateful for that? So grateful for what we have, first level of gratitude, level 1. The homework is write down 100 things and add 5 more every day. People say 100 things is a lot. But you open the paper today and you read, you'll find 100 things wrong with the world. So if a journalist can find 100 new things wrong with the world every day, why can't you find 100 things right with your life? Certainly you can. You have to develop this muscle, the muscle of gratitude. In every situation, what I focus on expands. When I focus on gratitude, gratitude expands. The more grateful I am, the more fully I experience anything. If I'm grateful for this call, I'll experience this call more fully. If I'm grateful for the sip of water, I'll experience this water more completely. I'll taste this water. Otherwise, you just drink it, you don't even taste it, right? The more we are grateful, the more fully we experience life. One of my favorite poets, Mary Oliver, says, God would be so disappointed if we are not dazzled at least 10 times a day. So God has created an atmosphere and children and flowers and so many amazing things, and we just take it for granted. So how disappointed God would be if we're not dazzled, we're not amazed at least 10 times a day. So let's at least start moving in that direction. So the first level of gratitude is gratitude for what we have. Second level of gratitude is gratitude for our challenges, our difficulties. So like the story I just told you, the story of this person who goes with the handkerchief and writes down the troubles. So yes, you have your troubles, but I like to say, my favorite quote is, compared to someone, my problems are acute, but compared to someone, my problems are very cute. So whatever your problems are, there is someone in the world who finds your problem very cute. Kya cute problem? Nothing compared to what I'm going through, right? So one of the best lessons I learned is I never complain about my life, because someone somewhere is dreaming of a life like mine, is praying for a life like mine. So I'm not going to complain about my life, right? The fact that you can all be on the Zoom call right now, you're one of the rarely privileged people in this world. In fact, the Buddha had a powerful teaching. There's a lovely word in Pali language, dullabo. Dullabo is Hindi mein kahenge durlab, rare, exceedingly precious. So the Buddha says, birth as a human being is exceedingly rare, exceedingly precious. You say, come on, there are so many human beings. There are 7 billion of us on the planet. But did you know if you pick up 1 spoon of dirt from the ground, that has more bacteria in it? So actually, it's not so rare. Human beings, there are actually quite few human beings. And then Buddha said after that, not only being born as a human being, being born as a human being with all your faculties intact. Eyes are working, ears are working, nose, everything is working. Brain is basically working, right? That's again a durlabo. That's again a rare, precious thing. Then to be born in a place which is safe and conducive for these kinds of learning. There are many parts of the world which are full of conflict, which are full of strife, right? To be born in a reasonably okay place, to be born in a place where you can listen to these kinds of teachings. You know, we sometimes take it for granted in India. We're surrounded by such nice teachings, sanskaras, but we take it for granted. We don't even realize that there are parts of the world that never even heard these things. Like, for example, I was teaching in the West, in the US, and I talked about how there are thoughts, but they're not our thoughts. Thoughts are just thoughts. Thoughts don't belong to us. Just like your stomach digests food, the brain secretes thoughts. So they're not your thoughts, they're thoughts. This person was so amazed. Never in his life had someone told him that thoughts are just thoughts. They're not my thoughts. In India, this is quite a common teaching. We understand body is body, mind is mind. I'm not the body and mind. The body will do its body thing. This is quite a common teaching. For him, it was the first time he heard it. He was shocked. He said, wow, what a wonderful teaching. I am not my thinking. My whole life, I thought I was my thinking, right? So gratitude for what we already have, the blessings of our life that we already have. And then shifting on to the challenges that we have, the difficulties that we have. As we focus on these challenges, you say, what is the benefit that I can get from it? How can I grow from this? There's a lovely quote that we pray to God to change our situation, not knowing that God gave us that situation to change us. It's designed for us to change, not for the situation to change, right? So I'll look at life like an exam. There are many, many, many exams. But unlike a school, where there are different exams, different questions, different answers, in life, the answer is always the same. And what's the answer? The answer is what you choose. So you could choose the answer to be love. You could choose the answer to be gratitude. You could choose the answer to be patience. You could choose the answer to be open-hearted. You could choose the answer to have high concentration. You choose the answer. The exams will be many, but the answer will be the same. So you decide what the meaning is that you want to give it. And then you keep going with that. So whatever challenge comes up, like whatever comes up, I choose to be thankful. I choose to be grateful. No matter what challenge comes up, I'd like to be thankful and grateful. So like this, the gratitude for our challenges gives us a tremendous resilience, tremendous strength, that I will not be pulled down by the ups and downs of my life. I'll keep my mind balanced. I was once going for a surgery, and I decided the whole time I'll just keep saying thank you. So from the time I got into the car, went to the hospital, got admitted, put on the operating theater, whatever they take you there, I just kept saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to this clean hospital, thank you to this wonderful, well-trained staff, thank you to this nice operating theater. In fact, there was one funny situation where I was in the operating theater and the person asked me, "What have you come for?" Like, Achha, you have to ask me what I've come for. Please don't take me to the wrong surgery. Thank you for asking. Pata laga kisi aur surgery ko chalega. So thank you. And then I go inside the operating theater. There's the very fancy lights. You know, the lights in the operating theater don't create a shadow. Otherwise, if they create a shadow, the surgeon can't see his hand. So very special lights are there that no shadow falls on the body. And then the surgeon says, "I'm going to give you anesthesia. You will not feel anything." Wow, how wonderful. I'm so thankful. And he gives me anesthesia. They do a small little procedure that they do. And at the end of it, he gave me some painkillers and said, "Yeah, it's done. You may have some pain later on, have the painkillers." But I never had to have those painkillers because gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was so smooth and I recovered very quickly. There was no problem. Whatever you're going through, if you just keep practicing gratitude, you'll go through it so smoothly and so nicely. So gratitude for our challenges is the second kind of gratitude. Gratitude for our blessings, gratitude for our challenges. And the third gratitude is very fascinating. And I think Prachi is an expert in this. Gratitude for our dreams and wishes before they come true. Why do you have to wait for it to come true to be grateful? My teacher used to call this Banya Bhakti. Banya Bhakti means pehle aap do, fir hum thankful honge. Pehle aap do, fir karenge. Okay, for you go to the temple, first you give me, then I will chadhao some prasad, I'll chadhao some, give some donation. Oh, really? So you have no faith, that means. This is the Banya Bhakti. So no Banya Bhakti. We are grateful beforehand. Grateful for my dreams and aspirations before they come true. One of the most powerful things. In fact, a fun way to do this, you can have a little box in your home. Maybe take a tissue box or some other box. And whenever you feel like it, whenever you have an idea, oh, I'd love to experience that. Oh, I'd love to go to Machu Picchu in Peru. Oh, I'd love to go and meet that friend. Oh, I'd love to go to a holiday there. Oh, I'd love to read that book. I'd love to meet that person. Whenever you have such a dream, you write it down and you put it in that box and you feel grateful. It's done. It's already happened. Or if it's easier for you, keep a notebook. I used to do that. I had a little notebook, and the notebook said, in the first page, it said, already so. Already so, matlab ho gaya, done. Matlab jo bhi isme likha jayega, it is done. It's a done deal. Not that ho jayega, ho sakta hai. It is done. And I would write in that, and I cannot even tell you how many things I've written in that, and how many things have happened. How many of them? This is the power of intention, Sankalp Shakti. So to be grateful for what you want before it happens. This is also known as the science of miracles. This is also one of the ways that Prachi healed herself. She was grateful for her healing even before the healing happened. Whatever you're seeking in life, be grateful beforehand. In fact, if you want the summary of spirituality, this is what it is. Whatever you believe is the highest spiritual attainment, moksha, nirvana, whatever your word for it is, God union, whatever you believe is the highest spiritual state, instead of putting it into the future, you start with it now. This is it. You start with that highest state. Don't wait for the highest state. You start with the highest state. And from that moment onwards, you're only grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the correct way to approach spirituality. Otherwise, you keep on waiting. One day, something will happen, something will happen. Somebody summarized it beautifully. They said, enough cleaning, time to decorate. How much are you going to clean your house? Enough cleaning, time to decorate. Are you going to keep cleaning your house forever? Decorate your house, enjoy your house, right? Enjoy your life. Kab tak wait karenge, right? So, in fact, somebody said it in a very funny way that, there's a race. This is not an ordinary race. There are 60 million people in this race, 60 million. There's a race of 60 million people. And I want to promise you, every single one of you, there are about 145 people on this call, every single one of you has won that race. What does it mean? When your parents are in union, 60 million sperm get launched. Of those 60 million sperm, you're the one that won. You won that marathon of 60 million. So what are the prize you get for winning? You get this life. So this life, you're already a winner. Don't come here to try to be a winner. Everyone around you is a winner. You're also a winner. 60 million sperm ran toward the egg. You were the one that won. Or if you're a twin, then two of them won at the same time, whatever. Congratulations, right? So this is the after party. Just like in the Olympics, you win, then there's an after party. You already won. So look at life as the after party. This is a 1 billion-star hotel. Welcome to a 1 billion-star hotel for your after party. So nothing to prove, this whole thing, I've got to prove myself, I've got to validate myself, not required. Sabse bada rog, kya kahenge log? Sabse bada rog, kya kahenge log? Kuch to log kahenge, logon ka kaam hai kehna. No matter how I give this talk, some of you will like it, some of you will be okay with it, some of you will not like it. If I keep worrying about what you're thinking, I cannot do anything, right? I will keep on second guessing myself my whole life. So one of the most important things I learned when I was still a teenager, I learned this. I'm not here to please others. I'm here to live my truth. I'm not here to please others. I'm here to live my truth. And when I live my truth, some of you will be pleased and some of you will be displeased. But one person is going to be pleased. This one. And this is the only one I'm really responsible to, because there is one person you will have a long-term relationship in this life, and that is with yourself. Every other relationship comes and goes, but there's one person you're stuck with. So might as well make this one happy. A lot of us smile to everybody, say good morning to everybody. Then we go to the mirror and we make a grumpy face, and there you are again. And my teacher said such people have to practice push-ups. We said, push-ups? Why push-ups? He said, yeah, take your fingers and do push-ups. Because they've forgotten how to smile. So the muscles have become weak. So do push-ups. I saw a nice TED talk, which had a very nice, she said, the TED talk is by a psychologist. She's been practicing psychology for over 20, 30 years. And she has one thing in common with all my clients. They all have one thing in common. They absolutely believe something is wrong with them. Everyone believes something is wrong with them. But after working with so many people, she realized it just is what it is. It just is what it is. So she came up with a very simple mantra, a very simple line. And the line goes like this. You look in the mirror and you tell yourself, like right now I can look at my reflection. I can say, Nitya, just for today, what if there's nothing wrong with you? Just for today, what if there's nothing wrong with you? Such a powerful thing. You look in the mirror, you tell yourself, take your name. Like I can see Rajni on the screen. So Rajni will look in the screen and say, Rajni, just for today, I know you have a lot of evidence, but just for today, what if there's nothing wrong with you? And it's so powerful to say that. Because we keep on comparing ourselves, this is not good enough, that's not good enough, should be more like this, less like this. But you are the way you are. You know, what can be said? So in a beautiful teaching from India, Kashmiri Shaivism, one of the most powerful teachings, it says, Shiva takes the form of the universe. Shiva expands and expands and expands to the maximum. And at the maximum expansion, Shiva becomes you and me and this universe. This is Shiva at maximum expansion. Whenever there's maximum expansion, there's also maximum contraction. So what is a contraction? We have forgotten that we are Shiva. So at maximum expansion, Shiva is us. But at maximum expansion, there's maximum contraction. We have forgotten that we are Shiva. So we assume we are a Jiva and we're going through life, experiencing all of these things. So the powerful teaching of Kashmiri Shaivism and how it differs from most of Indian spirituality. Most of Indian spirituality says this world is an illusion. It's a Maya. It's a big Maya. And we have to penetrate to find the reality. We have to find the Brahman. It's all Maya. It's all Maya. So Kashmiri Shaivism says, no, it's not Maya. It's all Shiva. So right now, Shiva is talking to Shiva. And there is no illusion over here. There is no, this is not the reality. No, this is Shiva. This is Shiva talking to Shiva right now. It's like I have a bowl, like my bowl over here. This part of the bowl looks at that part of the bowl and says, you're different from me. I'm here and you're there. But it forgets it's part of one bowl. It's one bowl, right? So the Kashmiri Shaivism, they say it's a mirror-like bowl. This whole thing is like a mirror. This is reflecting that and that is reflecting this, but it's one bowl. So it looks like I'm looking at you and you're looking at me, but we are part of one essence, one reality, one structure. And that structure is Shiva. And they break it up into 3 parts sometimes. So they say Shiva is awareness, Shakti is manifestation or pulsation, vibration. There's a lovely word they use, spanda. Spanda means to vibrate, to pulsate. Or you could call it the dance. Right? There's the dance, there's the pulsation, there's the vibration. So there's awareness, there's the dance, and then the third one is Nara. Nara is the person. So that's you and me. And all 3 are valid. So Nara is valid, and Spandan, Shakti, the dance is valid, and awareness is valid. When you understand all 3 are actually one, that's your freedom right there. So I met a great scholar of Kashmiri Shaivism, and I asked him, can you summarize? It seemed like a very fascinating philosophy. Can you summarize? If everything is God, if everything is Shiva, then what is left to do? Like we said, the Sufi is saying, God, what do I offer you? He says, offer me your troubles. Offer me your problems. He says, that's what you want. That's all I want because I have everything else. The only thing I don't have is troubles and problems. Please give me your troubles and problems. So I asked this scholar, if that is the essence, if that is Kashmiri Shaivism, if everything is Shiva or everything is the ultimate, then what are we supposed to do? So he smiled at me and said, just 2 things. So what's that? So he said, be spontaneous and enjoy. So that's the essence of this fantastic teaching. Be spontaneous and enjoy. Be spontaneous and enjoy. Why? Because the whole universe was created by Shiva for his own entertainment, for his own play. Shiva is doing this for play. There's no serious reason for it. It's just play. Why the universe created? Because it can be created. Why do you paint? Because you can paint. Why do you sing? Because you can sing. And each one of us is here like that. So when you take life too seriously, that's where you forget your real nature. You say, oh, something has to be done. Something has to be achieved. How many serious people have achieved how many serious things? In fact, there was a king, in ancient time, there was a king. And there's a wonderful concept in Sanskrit, Chakravarti Samrat. Chakravarti Samrat, you can be translated in English as universal monarch, a single king for the entire world. It's very rare. It doesn't happen often. Alexander came close, but he also wasn't able to do it. King Ashoka came close, but they were not Chakravarti. They were Chulla Samrat. They were not full planet. So once in a while, it's very rare, Chakravarti Samrat, a single ruler of the entire planet. Now, legend has it that when such a rare king arises, then his name is etched on Mount Sumeru. So Mount Sumeru is a heavenly mountain. And such rare people, then it's like, we have in your school, if you became prefect or head girl, head boy, then your name is written somewhere. This person was head boy, head girl. Even 10 years later, you go, your name is still there. So Chakravarti Samrat. So his minister tells him, the scriptures say that as Chakravarti Samrat, their name is written on Mount Sumeru by Indra himself, because Indra has the Indra Dhanush. He has a lightning bolt that can carve the name. So your time has come. You're Chakravarti Samrat. He said, yes, you're right. So he gets into his Vahan. Vahan is like a flying craft. And the Vahan takes him to Devlok. And he goes to Lord Indra and says, Lord Indra, let me introduce me. I'm the Chakravarti Samrat of the planet. And I'm told my name is supposed to be written on Mount Sumeru. He said, oh, yes, you're right. We haven't done it yet. Come, let's take you. So they get into his Vahan and they go to the Mount Sumeru. We'll write your name and we'll come back. Now, of course, he's not the only Chakravarti Samrat. So there have been many, many before him. So they're looking for a place to write his name. Every square inch is covered by other names. Let's find a free place. So they're spending half an hour goes, 1 hour goes, 2 hours. Now the sun is about to set. The whole day is gone. They haven't been able to find a single square inch to write his name. And when the sun is about to set, Indra looks at him and says, listen, there's nobody else over here. So who will notice if we take out somebody else's name and put your name? Who will notice? And the king says, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Because today you're taking out somebody else's name. Tomorrow they'll take out my name. I don't want my name written over here. And he realizes, he thought he's so special, so special. Turns out he's just another one of so many. There have been so many like you. So at one level, we are entirely unique. At one level, we are just the same. So we shouldn't take it so seriously. Do your best and leave the rest. You should understand everything you're going to create. If it can be created, it'll also be destroyed. But that's all right. We can enjoy anyway. We don't do things just to leave our name on history. We don't meet our friends saying, we will meet and then we will meet forever. No, we'll meet, we'll enjoy, and then it says time to say goodbye. We'll say goodbye as well. It's all right. The best example of this for me is in India. Our trains, did you know that Indian trains have a speciality, which is there in very few other countries? Indian trains, the seats face each other. If you go to Europe, you go to America, the seats face in the same direction. When seats face in the same direction, you have no need to talk to the person next to you. They're reading their paper, you're looking at your tablet. But when you're sitting with the person in front of you looking at your face, you have no choice but to say hello. What's your name? Where are you going? And very soon you get to know who they are. And then they start sharing their puri bhaji with you. And then, I'm going to get water. Should I get water for you? Please get water for me also. So before you know it, you become friends. So in Indian trains, you tend to become friends. And by the time their station comes, you're very warm. It's such a nice journey. You made the journey so good. And then you say goodbye. You know you're never going to meet them again, but you felt so good connecting with them. And this is what life is like. Life is like an Indian train. And our platform, our train station will come at different. We don't know when our station will come. We don't know. My station will come before yours, or your station will come before mine. Who knows, right? But all we know, there is this journey of life. And let's enjoy the journey. Ramana Maharishi said, when you go on this train of life, where are you carrying your suitcase? A lot of foolish people carry their suitcase on top of their head. It's a train. Don't have to carry it on top of your head. Okay, I'll put it on my lap. No, it's a train. Don't put it on your lap. Okay, I'll put it below. And then, of course, in India, we put a lock. We're afraid it's going to get stolen. So we put a lock. It might get stolen. So you put the suitcase below your seat. And Ramana Maharshi says, okay, better than head is lap, and better than lap is below. But best of all, throw your luggage out of the train. Don't carry any baggage. Be free. Be free. Why are you carrying all this baggage? From somewhere this birth has come. Did you ask for this birth? It came. Somehow you got born, man, woman, this country, this family, that family, looking like this, looking like that. Somehow you've been born. What got you here will take you home. Why are you taking it so seriously? So the whole point is, let the body do its body thing. Let the mind do its mind thing. You just be. You just be. Everything takes care of itself. We just came from the place where the Buddha got enlightened, and there's a place called Muchalinda Tank, Muchalinda Pond. Muchalinda place. This is in his 6th week after enlightenment. He went to sit there. It began raining, torrential rain, thunderstorm, and the Buddha getting soaked in rain. So a serpent, a naga. This is not just a normal serpent. This is like a naga. Naga, they're like Indian, like they're some kind of version of a dragon in a way. The naga comes and he puts his head, just like you've seen Lord Vishnu. There's a serpent over the Lord Vishnu's head. In the same way, the Buddha is meditating, and a serpent wraps himself around the Buddha and puts his hood over the head to prevent the rain from falling on the Buddha. And there's a statue like that representing it. For me, the lesson of that is, the Buddha is just being. Storms are coming, and life takes care. He never asked the serpent to come and help him. The serpent himself came and helped. This is an important lesson. We think we have to do something, we have to do something. In fact, your doing is what creates the trouble. Get out of the way, surrender to the process. Those of you who are mothers, you have to just surrender to the process. When you're giving birth, surrender to the process, breathe. That's all you can do is breathe and surrender. And the birth will happen by itself. What has to happen will happen. Pulling and pushing does not help. Surrendering is the way. A lovely story I read about one of my teachers. He was, before he became a monk, he used to be a school teacher in England. And one of the other teachers with him had been in the British Army. And during World War II, they were in the jungles of Myanmar, what used to be Burma, is now Myanmar. They were in those jungles. And there was a small platoon, they were going through the jungles. And suddenly there's a scout who goes ahead. The scout comes running back and whispers something in the captain's ear. Captain says, oh my goodness, we have accidentally stumbled into a large Japanese contingent. We are completely surrounded. You know, in a jungle, you can't often tell. Someone could just be a few hundred meters away. You don't even notice that they're there. That's the thing of a jungle. People can be very close to you. So they had accidentally come into a place they were surrounded by the enemy. So they expected, all right, this is the time has come. Now we have to fight to the death. The enemy is far more than us. We have to fight to the death. But instead, the captain says, everyone, be very quiet. Prepare a cup of tea. Prepare a cup of tea? We're about to die over here. Who's going to drink a cup of tea? Prepare a cup of tea. Now, in wartime, you have to listen to orders. Because if you don't listen to orders, they can even shoot you. You have to listen to orders. So all right, this man has gone crazy. Let's have last cup of tea, right? British Army, in British, whenever there's a problem, cup of tea. We'd like to have a cup of tea. Every situation, have a cup of tea. So they're making their cup of tea. They think it's going to be the last cup of tea. And the scout comes back and whispers something in the captain's ear. And the captain says, everyone quietly, pick up your gear. The enemy has moved on. The enemy didn't even notice that they're there. You see, if they'd made a big noise and started shouting, screaming, they would all have died because they were so small. But because they kept quiet and they had their cup of tea, the enemy had moved on. He said he owed his life to the wisdom of that captain. And the lesson he's learned from that is, when he doesn't know what to do, he had the cup of tea. If you don't like tea, you have your coffee or you have something else. But the deeper lesson is, when there's nothing to do nothing. Your pushing and pulling is what creates the trouble. When there's something to do, give it everything you've got. You know, most of us do it backwards. When we don't know what to do, we get all hassled. We start searching the internet, talking to everybody, getting all frustrated and angry and upset. And when we know what to do, then we get lazy. Then we say, let's watch TV instead. Let's look at our phone instead. So we do it the other way around. When you know what there's something to be done, you do it. And when there's nothing to be done, you just don't do anything. And doing nothing does not mean nothing will happen. The universe is dynamic. Things are moving all the time. New doors will be open, new windows will be open, new opportunities will show up. So I call it trust your process. The summary of this is, no matter what's happening in your life, trust your process. Nothing is out of place. Like the Kashmiri Shaivis are telling us, this is all Shiva's dance, Shiva's dancing. Nothing is out of place. It may look like it's out of place, but it's not out of place. My teacher told me, we are very poor judges of our own progress. You and I, we have a very wrong perspective of how advanced we are or how novice we are. Sometimes we overestimate ourselves, we underestimate ourselves. He says, don't rely on your mind to understand your progress. You will always miss the mark. He said, when you think nothing is happening, that's when the most is happening. And when you think a lot is happening, that's when actually your ego is getting stronger. So in other words, your so-called bad meditations are your good meditations. Your so-called good meditations are your okay meditations. Why is that? The so-called bad meditation, your mind is wandering a lot and your body is restless and you can't. That's when maximum transformation is happening. Your brain is rewiring itself. Your heart is reconfiguring itself. Your whole being is updating itself. That's not a pleasant process. So you work 1 day, 2 days, there's no salary. 1 week, 2 weeks, there's no salary. Suddenly on the 30th day, you get a salary. Wow, why can't every day be payday? That 1 day is not payday. Because you worked for 30 days, you got the salary. Salary does not come from 1 day of work. So you have 30 days of difficult meditation or whatever practice you do. And then suddenly you feel so peaceful, calm. No. That is the result of all of that effort you put in for such a long time. So like this, we focus on the process. Like the Gita says, karam kar, phal ki ichha mat kar. You keep focusing on the process again and again. Whatever process, for example, gratitude. For example, being present. For example, breathing deeply, or whatever you practice it, and that starts showing up in your life. This morning, I was listening to BJ Fogg. BJ Fogg is one of the world's experts on behavior change. And he began his talk by saying, habit formation is no longer a mystery. We now know exactly how habits are formed. Some of you are addicted to your WhatsApp or to your Facebook or to your whatever Instagram. Why are you addicted? It's not an accident that you're addicted. They've understood how to form habits. These companies know how to get you hooked, and they spend billions of dollars on this, right? So the science of behavior change had already been understood. So somebody asked him, then please tell us, how do we do it? He said, you should look at your habits like plants. Some of you have plants at home. If you have plants at home, one thing you know about plants is please water the plants. I mean, of course, not all plants have to be watered every day, but they have to be watered regularly, right? If you completely neglect the plant, it's going to die. So you got to water the plant. And so he said, regularity and keeping it really simple, really small. So for example, 2 push-ups, right? 2 push-ups done consistently. You don't even have to go to 3 push-ups, just 2 push-ups. 2 push-ups done consistently for a long period of time will do a lot more for your health than 20 push-ups done once in a while, isn't it? So any habit you want to change, bring it down to the basic. For example, you want to be more knowledgeable. So, all right, I will read 1 paragraph, just 1 paragraph. Every day, 1 paragraph. I may read more, that's fine, but at least 1 paragraph. 1 paragraph read every day will start adding up. And you will become very, very, very knowledgeable in your field. As opposed to reading a whole book once in a year, right? But 1 paragraph regularly. So this is why I say, instead of saying I'll meditate for an hour, meditate for half an hour, you meditate for 1 minute. Meditate for 1 minute, just 1 minute. But you meditate for 1 minute every day or many times in a day. That 1 minute of meditation will far more advance you than all the other things. Have you heard of a famous teacher called Eckhart Tolle? He wrote a famous book called Power of Now. It's quite a famous book. And so Eckhart Tolle was once asked, somebody got him a brochure of a spiritual center. They had all these courses, past life regression and aura reading and, all kinds of fancy courses. He said, which course should I do? I'm confused. So Eckhart Tolle looked at the brochure and he said, they all look nice. You can do any of them. But let me tell you something more powerful than this. What's that? So Eckhart Tolle said, throughout the day, when nothing else is happening, just come back to your breath. When nothing else is happening, come back to your breath. Instead of coming back to your phone, come back to your breath. If you do this for 1 year, when nothing else is happening, come back, feel 1 breath. Feel 1 breath. At the end of 1 year, you will have far more benefit than attending all of these courses. What a great answer. So it's not so complicated, right? So tiny habits, reduce it down to something really simple, even stupidly simple. Right? So for example, you decide every meal, I will eat 1 thing that's raw and uncooked, maybe a cucumber, maybe a carrot, something small before I eat my normal meal, something small, but every time I'll start with something raw, then I'll go on to something cooked. That simple thing can make a big difference. Your health will improve. One habit I've made for myself is I don't have breakfast. I have a green smoothie. So green smoothie is you put some fruits and you put some raw greens inside and you blend it. Because Indians actually, our diet, we have a lot of dal and all, we don't have enough greens in our diet. It's something about our diet somehow. So you make sure you get enough greens. You put a lot of greens in the morning. With fruit, it becomes palatable. That's my habit. So for years now, I've been doing that. And it's good. I skip breakfast. I just have a green smoothie every morning. In fact, today my smoothie looks a little bit more pink because I put some strawberries in it. So like this, you take a small thing and you do it regularly. It's not even about doing more. Because sometimes our ego says, okay, today I've done 2 push-ups, tomorrow I'll do 3, tomorrow I'll do 5. No, keep it at 2. But keep doing 2. You can do more if you like some days. But that basic level of doing at least 2, life changes, transformation happens. Let me take you through today's session is about resetting ourselves. Let me take you through a small resetting exercise, and then we'll open it up for questions. Is that all right, Prachi?
Absolutely.
Yeah, all right. Let's do a small exercise. This exercise is called TAT, Tapas Acupressure Treatment, TAT. It comes from a lady called Tapas Fleming. And she discovered a very beautiful and simple way to reset. Just like your phone, sometimes it doesn't work. You just reset. Just start the phone again, it'll often start working. In the same way, when you're feeling stuck, this process is like a reset process. The process can be done over 10, 15 minutes, can be done for less time also. Today we'll do for about 7, 8 minutes. And in this process, you will take any hand. You can take your right or left hand. The thumb of the hand will touch just above the tear duct. So like the thumb touches over here, just gently touches. And the ring finger touches above the other tear duct, just over here. And your middle finger touches somewhere near the third eye, like this. So that's the position. And the other hand, fingers are spread, and you come to the base of your head, the back of your head, like that. And you can also do it with the other hand, same thing. So any hand, doesn't matter. And that's the position. Now what this is doing is, so we have a yin and a yang, a masculine and a feminine, a right and a left side. In India, it's also called Ida Pingala. So we have, these are converging over here. The left and the right, the masculine and feminine are converging here. And the third eye is a place of non-duality, not two, oneness. So you're taking all the likes and dislikes, good and bad, and you're collapsing it into the third eye. And the back of your head is where all your memories are stored. Your instincts are stored. Karmas are stored. All these things are stored over there. The old, your traumas are also stored over there. So you activate that and you activate this simultaneously, and it leads to a beautiful healing. So I'll guide you through this now. And whenever your hands get tired, you can exchange your hands. If they're still tired, you can put your hands down. And you can imagine you're holding that position. Then again, you can come up. So like this, don't feel tired. Just exchange your hands as required. You can even lie down and do it if you like, no problem. Let's start, all right? Put your hand into that position, TAT position. I'm going to say a few things, just hear it. I welcome this healing. I welcome this healing. I welcome all feelings created by this healing. Remember to hold the position very lightly. Some people put a lot of tension. Don't put tension. Very light, gentle touch. In this practice, whatever emotions come up, whatever feelings come up, they're coming up. They're a healthy reaction to this, response to this. So welcome all thoughts, all feelings. Wherever in my life I'm feeling stuck, wherever in my life I'm feeling heavy, allowing all of that to get reset now. All the thinking patterns, all the speech patterns, all the behavior patterns that are not serving me, allowing them to get reset right now. All the origins of whatever is keeping me stuck, the origin is getting released right now, is getting reset right now. All the parts of me where this is stored, remember, if your hands are tied, you can exchange. All the parts of me where this is stored, in my physical being, emotional being, mental being, all that storage is getting released right now. It's getting reset right now. All the ways I haven't forgiven myself. I've been judging myself, beating myself up. All those ways are getting released right now, reset right now. All the ways I haven't forgiven others, but I've held a grudge against others. I keep the lesson and I release the pain. I keep the lesson, I release the pain. I keep the lesson, I release all the pain. I wish them peace, happiness, and freedom. I offer complete forgiveness. I seek complete forgiveness. If I've ever blamed myself, or blamed life, or blamed God, I release that blame right now. I take back my power. Your entire brain is getting activated. Your entire heart is getting activated. Your deepest wisdom is getting activated. A powerful reset is happening. From the specific to the general, wherever you've been feeling stuck, wherever life has not been flowing, wherever judgment has exceeded gratitude, all those parts of you are instantly getting reset, returned to your original natural wisdom, original natural joy. This healing is accelerating and deepening, and will continue to accelerate and deepen. Please exchange your hands, everybody. This healing is accelerating. This healing is accelerating and deepening and integrating. It'll continue to accelerate and deepen and integrate. I'm so grateful for this healing. I'm so grateful for this fresh new feeling. Take your fingertips and put them behind your ears. Just touch behind the ears. The left and right brain are in harmony, are in sync. This healing is completely integrating itself. Energy is flowing beautifully between left and right brain, like they're both shaking hands. Emotions and rationality, masculine and feminine, logic and vision are in harmony. Touch your palms to the side of your head. And finally, put your hand on the top, bless yourself. Infinite blessing. Just like you're blessing a child, bless yourself. Shiva blesses himself. Shakti blesses herself. Infinite blessings. I am the favorite child of God. I really am the most favorite child of God. No doubt. Deep breath. Release your hands, close your eyes. Just be quiet for a bit. Let the energy spread and balance itself throughout the body. You'll take a slow deep breath. If you want, you can rub your palms together. Then over your eyes. Over your face. You can open your eyes. Wonderful. Beautiful. You did TAT. TAT is a simple method of resetting yourself. And it's quite powerful. So you want to do it not more than once a day. In fact, I recommend don't do it more than 3 times a week. It's pretty powerful. The days you do it, you want to be well hydrated. So today you make sure you drink enough water. Take out a full bottle, and today I'll finish this bottle of water. Be well hydrated. And some of you might feel a little heavy in the head or might even have a slight headache. It's all fine. It'll balance itself out. Nothing to worry about. Even if you get a headache later on, nothing to worry about. It's totally fine. You're processing a huge amount in a short period of time, right? So even though I said various things, you can do this on your own without saying any of those things. You just put this, you can lie down, for example, you can lie down or sit down. Just hold this position for 10, 15 minutes. Exchange your hands whenever you're tired. Just end by touching around the back of your ears, side of your head. Bless yourself. And whatever has to come up, even without any words, whatever has to come up will come up. It'll all get reset and you will be in a beautiful place. Full form of TAT is Tapas Acupressure Treatment. TAT. Tapas is a lady, Tapas Fleming. She created this. It's also used for reversing allergies and many other things. So you can look it up online. I'm sure there's a lot you'll find online for this TAT. Great. So this is what I wanted to share with you. One last thing I want to share as a story, and then I want to take any questions. This comes from a man who was a Shiva devotee. He'd been praying to Lord Shiva for a long, long time. And it was his wish to see Shiva. So he had a dream in which he heard Shiva's voice. And Shiva said, "My son, I'm pleased with you. Tomorrow, I will reveal myself to you." How will I find you? How will I know who you are? I am the headless one. I am the headless one. Look for the headless one. Headless one. So he wakes up in the morning. He's amazed. Shiva has answered his prayer. He's going to see Shiva today. He keeps looking. Who's the headless one? Everyone's got a head. Everyone's got a head. Who's the headless one? The whole day goes by. He's getting very sad. Who's the headless one? Then it occurs to him. I am the headless one. I can't see my own head. I'm Shiva. Shivoham, Shivoham. So Shiva says, the one you're looking for is the one who's looking. We are looking for the one who's looking. So we will go through many, many teachings, many, many teachers, but at the end, they will only hold a mirror to our face and said, this, you are the one you're looking for. All right. So we are, look down at your body. You are the headless one. You don't have a head. This is the headless one. And as far as we know, in the known universe, you are the only headless one. Every other creature has a head. Fish have got head. Animals have got a head. The moment you take the head off, they die. But you're the only one without a head you're living. So that is why you're God's favorite child. You're God's favorite. Why? Because God has created many, but only one headless one. You're the headless one. And it's fascinating. Every creature in existence, including animals, they can't see their own head. No one can see their own head. So God is playing hide and seek with himself, with herself. This is hide and seek going. Massive hide and seek program. You hide the highest truth in the one place no one ever looks back from where they're looking. No one ever looks back to where they're looking. And that's the answer. You are what you're seeking. So today we've spoken about gratitude. We've spoken about living a complaint-free life. I'll give you a mantra, best mantra. I've already given you one. Thank you is one great mantra. Arigato, arigato, million times. Another great mantra is how wonderful. Whatever happens, how wonderful. Man chahi ho to acha. Na ho to aur bhi acha. Harivansh Rai Bachchan said this. Man chahi ho to acha. If you get what you want, it's good. Na ho to aur bhi acha. Even better. Why is it better? Then what God wants will happen. Right. So like this, you live your life in a very joyful, graceful way. Why? Because this is all Shiva's play anyway. This is a 1 billion-star hotel. No more complaining, no more fault finding. Everyone that's been sent here, life is not vindictive, it is corrective. Nothing that's happening in your life is wrong. It's exactly what, this is good medicine. I went to a shamanic tradition and they told me, Nitya, whatever happens in your life is good medicine. For a great teaching, it's good medicine. And medicine is not always pleasant, but it's good. It's good medicine. If you go through life like that. I don't have words to explain the experience I had with TAT. Thank you so much. Beautiful. I'm so glad. All right, whatever time we have, let's do some Q&A. Anybody wants to say something, ask something.
Nitya, thank you. That was really, really amazing. Absolutely majestic. Nothing, I mean, every time I have a meditation with you, or every time I have reflection with you, it's just, I think I get goosebumps, and you've once again spread your magic. And thank you for coming this morning. Everyone, you know, before this, there have been so many comments. They've been saying, let the session never be ending. We just want him to keep saying. We don't want the session to end.
Yeah.
Then there are people who are saying they had tears rolling down in the meditation.
Yeah.
And such beautiful reflections are coming. And I'm not surprised that, your magic is rubbed onto my co-seekers as well. We are all growing together in this journey. And here we are with you.
So
And I've been
good.
talking about you forever. And I think thankfully now these people will get to see who Nitya is, who I keep talking
Yeah.
about. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
No, it
And
was a
whatever you've
joy.
taught us to,
Yeah.
you spread your joy as always. To the co-seekers of mine, Nitya is born on the 14th of February, the day of Valentine's Day. And that's the reason he's full of love with his beautiful teachings. And I can tell you that, so when I had cancer, how did he made me reset? He's talking about resetting. So cancer no longer is CANCER for me. It is celebrate and count each realm.
Celebrate and count each realm. Wow, that's amazing. What a great full form.
And I just celebrate life because Nitya has taught me to share only the goodness. And whenever you have a dark day, keep it under you, keep it under wraps, think about it, and evolve as a winner because we all are winners. So thank you, Nitya,
Amazing.
once again for everything that you teach me and for being such an integral part of my life.
So nice.
And I
I'm
really
enjoying
wanted
all these lovely comments from everybody. Payal and
Yeah.
Shashi and Amita, Radha. Thank you, all of you. Lovely. I enjoyed being with all of you.
Yeah, so Nitya is all about love, and everyone's feeling amazing. Neck was stuck for years, and now she's feeling light and easy after that. So everyone's
So
really
good.
loving the amazing way to explain
Yeah.
simple things, everlasting impact. Yeah, that's Nitya for you.
You should all
Brilliant.
fill out this full form. I'll give you half a sentence, and your homework is to
Yeah.
fill it up, right? And the sentence goes like this. Ready? In my presence, beings experience fill in the blanks. In my presence, beings experience fill in the blanks. Now, this becomes your purpose in life. So someone says, in my presence, beings experience 100% acceptance, for example. In my presence, beings experience lightness of being, right? You can fill in the blank, whatever way you like. In my presence, beings experience. So what I've made for myself is, in my presence, beings receive an incorruptible seed of awakening.
Wow.
Incorruptible seed of awakening. Now, whether or not they understood today's talk, whether or not they liked it, doesn't matter. They have received an incorruptible seed of awakening. It's only a matter of time. In fact, it's not even time, actually. It's already been done. It's like already so. Remember that book I had, Already So? It is a done deal. Nothing can stop the seed from coming to full fruition. So like this, you also create. In fact, I would say write many, don't just write one. The right way to do it is you write many, many, many answers to that question in my presence, and you wait for one which gives you goosebumps. That's the correct answer. When it gives you goosebumps, oh my God, that's so powerful. When literally you feel in your spinal column, you feel in your cells, you feel down to the root of your being, that's really powerful. Then that's the thing you have to remind yourself. And that is your curriculum for this lifetime. In my presence, beings experience. For beings to experience it, you have to experience it. They can't experience what you're not experiencing, right? So then you embody it. Then your journey becomes about how can I embody this? Whatever it is, love or lightness or joy or freedom or peace. Or there was, in fact, one lady in this workshop we were doing, she said, Nitya, I'm not getting any answer. So we asked her, okay, so which was the most powerful moment of your life? So she kind of giggled and she said, when I eloped with my lover. So we all began laughing. You eloped with your lover. So she said, and we said, why was that so powerful? She said, because for the first time, everybody until then was deciding what I should do, where I should study, what I should do. They were deciding how I should dress. For the first time, I said, I'm going to decide. I'm going to decide for the powerful moment of my life. So we said, okay, so what do you want beings to experience? She said, I got it now. In my presence, beings experience the power to break all the rules. What a gift.
Wow.
What a gift, right? How many of these rules, one of the teachers calls them brules. You know what brules are? Bullshit rules. Somebody came up with these bullshit rules. We're going through our whole life following actually bullshit rules. And they don't work for us. They don't work for anybody. So like this, just because somebody came up with them doesn't mean you have to follow them necessarily, right? So then you honor yourself. I'm not here to please others. I'm here to be true. I'm here to be true to myself. And so please make a lot of mistakes, so-called mistakes in your life, because there are actually no mistakes. At the end of our life, we regret what we did not do. We don't regret what we did. We regret what we did not do. Why? Because we were afraid. So I would just say, live your life like Shiva would live his life, Krishna would live his life. All these people you admire, start with that. Enough cleaning, time to decorate. Let the rest of our life be the best of our life. And so it is.
So it is. Let the rest of our life be the best of our life. How wonderful. What a beautiful parting note. Don't want to part, but if there are any questions, we are open for this. We are open for question answer. So I know you're overjoyed being here, says Vivan Mundra. And happy birthday, Nitya, in advance. Some wishes are coming your way as well. And somebody says, Chinmoy says, thank you for a wonderful session. I'm enjoying staying in a billion-star hotel.
Yes, it
How
is a
wonderful. Yeah. Okay,
Like that.
Amita is saying she's still feeling some energy in her head.
Yeah, that can happen.
And she's feeling some heaviness in her head.
It'll be fine. Just relax, drink some water, and relax. What you can do is you can walk bare feet for a while. If you can walk, if you have a garden nearby, you can walk. Otherwise, even in your home, just walk bare feet, and immediately it'll balance out. So once you get up from here, you'll feel better. No worries.
And Nitya, somebody's asking how can you attend many such sessions? So for this,
Yeah, you can just find me. I think I'm in many platforms. I'm there on YouTube. I'm there on Instagram.
on Facebook as well.
Yeah, Facebook as well. People post on my behalf on Facebook. Yeah, just look up. One platform is belucid.in. I share my schedule over there, so you can find me on belucid.in. Like this, just look me up. I think nowadays it's not that hard to find people.
And I can always share the links, Akshay, because
Sure, you can share
Nitya's sessions keep happening and they're absolutely brilliant. Another session is going on, as I said, Awake. So, I mean, a lot of you can find whatever. I find a lot of peace of mind and everything with him. So I'm sure a lot of you can just join his forums and see how wonderful he is.
Yeah.
So great.
ऐसे सब कुछ बता दिया आपको आज और join करने की जरूरत नहीं. You know it all.
No, but
This
you
is
are
enough.
one.
You have a curriculum for
Person,
life now. Yeah.
no, but you're one person we love to follow. So Ramya Rajesh is saying, I followed Nitya from 2010 on Facebook. He then left Facebook 2 years back or so. I never knew that Nitya was Raji's mentor and guide. And when he left FB, I wondered how will I ever listen to him or see him. Then I joined Telegram. Nitya then posted on Facebook to join him on Telegram, joined Hadioli, and then Prachi sends his message on WhatsApp group. I always manifested meeting him and see him. And this close is amazing. So thank you so much,
great.
Nitya. Thank you so much, Prachi. So how wonderful! Thank you.
So who
Ramya.
are the other teachers that are coming in the next few days on your show, on your platform?
So we empower lives, Nitya. So we have another speaker coming up, and we have students. We have about 800 students in Sunbeam Mughalsarai.
Wow.
So we're going to empower them with the public speaking skills.
Amazing.
And we have about 1,000 plus people who've registered from 7 continents in the world. So they hear the online sessions, a lot of them on YouTube because different time zones. So in India, we're doing 5:30 morning, Brahma Muhurat, one session, life transformation, and 5:30 in the evening for, magic book and other life skill books.
Wow.
So yeah, there are about over 1,000 people and 800 students. So yeah, somebody
what was
your
full form for In My Presence, being the experience? What came to you?
In my, that I spread smiles.
Yes, that's true.
And I mean, I just think that my purpose of my life is probably to share the knowledge that I've had in these 12 years. So yeah, last week we had Vedanta Guruji coming in. I've been a part of Vedanta for 16 years.
Yes.
So yeah, life's been lovely and people are loving the Sunday sessions. Somebody just mentioned to me on a personal message, what did she say? Wonderful and powerful session. Thank you, Prachi, for this fabulous Sunday dose of yours. So Sundays are all about making people like my mentors, gurus, you all coming across. And
so good. It's really powerful.
Thank you.
You're what I call a channel of blessings.
Yeah.
Channel of blessings. Each one of us is a channel of blessings. And whatever you know, just, the lovely concept is local universe. Local universe is what I see, hear, smell, taste, touch. In my local universe, how can I spread blessings? How can I make my local universe as beautiful? All the people who come, everyone who meets me, can they go feeling better than before? Or at least the same as before, but not worse than before. So like this, my prayer in the morning is, may I be a channel of blessings for someone today. May I be a channel of blessings for someone today. May I be a channel of blessings in the world. And the whole energy of the day is changed. Instead of what can I get? What can I get? Other people are not respecting me. They're not calling me this, that.
Yeah.
What can I give? The whole energy changes, right? And life becomes so beautiful when you focus like that. You just show up. The Buddha would sleep about 2 hours at night. Buddha would only sleep 2.5 hours at night. I mean, he'd wake up. The first thing he would do, there's a lovely phrase in the way it's translated. He would cast his net of compassion. The first thing he would do is cast his net of compassion, not a fisherman's net to pull in fish, but a net of compassion. Who can I serve today? What a powerful thought. Who wakes up like that? We normally wake up saying, "Arey, wo khatam nahi kiya, that email, that person, that meeting." But to wake up saying, how can I be of benefit today? How can I please use me? Right. I was watching some TV show, and there was a detective interviewing a lady on the TV show. And as part of the interview, then the lady said they were interviewing in a car, and on the car there was a little sticker which said, "Send me, I'm here." So what does it mean, that sticker? Send me, I'm here. So the detective said, actually, I'm Christian, and we believe that God is always looking for, because God can't himself or herself come and do things. God needs some intermediary. So when God wants to help, he's looking for, who can I send? Who can I send? You know, when that person is in trouble, who should I send? So I always have my sticker, send me, I'm here.
Wow.
What a powerful way to go through life. Send me, I'm here. And like this, each one of us can be a channel of blessing. So when you have that idea of send me, I'm here, I'm available to spirit, you will have the most beautiful, miraculous life, because you'll be used in ways you cannot even right now imagine. So send me, I'm here. Maybe that should be a good sticker we should put up somewhere. Send me, I'm here.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely majestic. What a thought. Beautiful. Yet another blessing from your bag full of blessings for all of us. So thank you, Nitya, for being
right,
here.
thank you.
Thank you so
Beautiful.
much. It's really a pleasure. And on a parting note, I want to thank the Sunbeam family, Mughal Sarai, Sanjay sir, for your IT thing every Sunday morning, Shweta ma'am for being there, my go-to person, Amrita for all the assignments you send to all the students every single day, Ritesh sir for the morning sessions. I'm truly blessed with each one of you. And Nitya, I love you. I've loved you, and I will continue to love you so much.
Big love.
Thank you so much.
Take
and
care,
one day
everyone.
I'll go with you to Bodh Gaya.
Sure, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's
all
do
of you
it.
come along. We'll have a good time.
Absolutely. I'll curate it. Bye. Thank you, Nitya. Thank you so much.